around, got the whole thing wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbling.
Well, boys, I never felt more fucked in my life. I've definitely got COVID or some shit. I felt unwell about 3-4 days ago, and ever since then it's just gotten really progressive. So I'm going to try and make this video without coughing everywhere, coughing all over the microphone, passing COVID to my microphone to you guys digitally. It's fucking too late. I wasn't actually going to make this video, but me and my buddy Brandon tried to play Warzone yesterday with no luck whatsoever because this game is still broken to shit on last gen consoles, that being Xbox One and PS4. So today I'm going to try and provide a few fixes that could potentially fix the game. No guarantees, but I'll try my best. So what seems to be a common problem, and what my buddy Brandon was actually struggling with yesterday, was whenever he tried to enter the matchmaking service, like find a game, Rebirth, Caldera Clash, anything, literally anything on Warzone. Modern Warfare works absolutely fine, which is crazy. Warzone just simply froze, it crashed and then booted him back to the dashboard on his Xbox One X, which is still a last gen console. So apparently this is a major issue with Xbox One, but it wouldn't surprise me if PS4 players also suffer with similar issues, so this should work for all platforms. So the first thing is, and you guys could have guessed this if you are familiar with me and my channel, but if you want to go over to the options tab, scroll over to graphics, come all the way down to the bottom and make sure you've got on-demand texture streaming disabled. This feature has not worked as intended in Warzone since it was implemented back in the day of Cold War, back when Cold War was in its prime and we had Verdansk 84. This feature was added in one of the seasons, I'm not sure which one, but ever since it's been added it's not worked as intended whatsoever. It's complete garbage. By disabling this feature entirely, what we're doing is we're just saving ourselves a lot of hassle. So by disabling this feature entirely, we're basically saving ourselves the hassle of any performance related issues due to this feature, and this feature is responsible for a lot of crashing as well. So make sure you have that feature entirely disabled. Now, the second thing you could possibly do that could fix the game is go over to the barracks. This is going to sound a bit crazy. You're going to go over to the barracks tab and you're going to change your calling card or emblem to an emblem or calling card that you know is from Modern Warfare. I didn't actually know this until yesterday, but you can actually filter out the emblems and calling cards that are shown on screen for you to equip by basically applying a filter, an MW filter. So this will only display Modern Warfare calling cards and emblems. Vanguard, emblems and calling cards are responsible for a lot of crashing, as crazy as it sounds, and you also want to make sure you've got no player title equipped whatsoever. Player titles are the little titles that appear on top of the calling card when someone looks at you through the pause menu, for example, if you're part of their squad. You want to make sure you unequip one if you do have one enabled. Basically anything that's Vanguard related in this game seems to be the source of a lot of crashing issues. I'm not entirely sure why. So once you've tweaked and disabled all these settings, you want to simply reboot the game. So you want to quit app on Xbox or PlayStation and you want to simply reboot Warzone. Now try and enter the matchmaking service, and if it hasn't crashed then whoopie fucking do. You've made it in life, boys. You've successfully fixed Warzone. Warzone Pacific has been out for almost 3 months now, so I'm not sure why the developers themselves couldn't have fucking done that, but anyway, it is their job after all. But moving on. If none of this helped and the game still freezes when you try and enter the matchmaking system, don't worry, I've got a few new tricks up my sleeve still. So if none of these steps work and your game continues to crash when entering the matchmaking service or whatever, however it crashes usually, you want to close app again and you want to basically reboot the game without pressing the Xbox or PlayStation home button on your controller. You do not want to press that. As soon as you press A or X to launch Warzone, launch the application, you don't want to press the Xbox or PlayStation home button on your controller, and try and find a game or try and play like this without pressing the home button since you've launched the application. Apparently this has been a well-known solution for a lot of people with crashing issues in Warzone Pacific right now. And if it still continues not to work or it continues to crash, then I guess we're fucked, boys. Jokes aside though, I've got one last thing for you guys to try out. The last thing to try and do, I don't know how this actually works on PlayStation or if PlayStation users can even do this. They probably can, but I don't know how to do it or how to go about it. But on Xbox, you want to simply go into My Games and Apps. I'm going to press the start button on Warzone Pacific. You want to click on Manage Game and Add-ons, and you want to scroll down to Save Data. You should see your Xbox account with like a couple megabytes of locally saved data, and there should be a reserve space option as well at the bottom. Now you want to press A on your account and you want to make sure that you choose the delete from console option, not the delete everywhere, the delete from console. I wouldn't worry about losing your data or anything. Any data is actually stored on the Warzone servers. It's linked to your Activision account, it's not linked to your Xbox account. By deleting from console, we're just basically wiping the slate clean of any locally saved data. Everything is still stored on the Xbox network, and like I said, everything's linked to your Activision ID account, so you don't have to worry about losing a single thing, guys. I can guarantee you won't lose anything. And then reboot the game, of course, and try again. And if you continue to still have issues, then I guess it's just down to the devs to fix, unfortunately. Warzone Pacific has 100% massacred Warzone. I used to love this game and now it's just gone to shit, and I feel sorry for last gen consoles because it seems like the game is in a really rough state still on the Xbox One and PS4. Really sorry if this didn't help. I tried everything in the book. If it has helped and it has worked, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I've been Clements, you've been absolutely amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and take care.